Meeting to order. We are going to consider the Nutrition Service Fund and Strategic Investment Fund. These two funds are separate from our general operating budget due to the revenue sources and what we spend them on. And so this is part of our overall budget package that we do every year. I will call Chief Henson up to discuss and to go over the Nutritional Service Fund and the Strategic Investment Federal Programs Fund.
Thank you, Ms. Player. Good afternoon. You should have a hard copy of each of these in front of you, and it's also included in the board agenda packet. As the agenda indicates, I'll first be going through the Nutrition Services Fund budget. So I'll pass the cover page. The top portion of the page here shows estimated revenue for the Nutrition Services Fund. We have an estimated beginning fund balance for next year of almost $1.6 million. The largest source of revenue for this particular fund would be USDA meal reimbursements for breakfast and lunch at almost $40 million. There's also some revenue coming in for after-school supper, a la carte sales. There's a very minimal amount from state funds, state matching funds. Also want to point out here in the revenue that we do have, as we have in the past, for the past several years, a transfer, general fund transfer from our operating budget for the no-cost meals. If you remember, that was included as part of our operating budget for the current year at $8 million, plus the additional funding that's needed for the pay scale upgrade for our support employees, where this particular fund is not able to sustain those pay upgrades. And so we will continue, as we've discussed previously, continue to subsidize that from the operating fund into the Nutrition Services Fund. We've also included the cost of step increases and a placeholder for a 1% COLA, depending upon what the cost of living adjustment ultimately ends up being. We've got revenue of approximately $62.5 million. And again, the vast majority of that would be USDA meal reimbursements at almost $40 million. The bottom part of the page shows expenses. Of course, the majority of the expenses would be labor-related for salaries and benefits at almost $32.6 million. The second largest would, of course, be food purchases at a little over $21 million. There are also food supply costs, as well as equipment repair and maintenance, and other expenses you can see throughout the page here. We are projecting the same amount of expenses at $62.5 million as revenue, flat. And so we're showing an ending fund balance at June 30th of 2025 at that $1.6 million amount. And so as Ms. Player indicated, this is required to be kept in a separate fund for our nutrition services program. And so we do need, as part of our budget package, we do need the board's approval on the Nutrition Services Fund budget. And I will take any questions if you have any. And we also have the nutrition services folks here if you have something that I'm not able to answer. So I'll turn it back over to you, Ms. Player.
Are there any questions on the Nutritional Services Fund budget? Dr. Gentry.
And you may have said this, and I do apologize, digging in my bag. So the notification or the article I saw today about meals over summer, is that part of the MNPS? Did I make that up?
No, I saw the article.
Okay, thank you. Everybody's like quiet.
I didn't, but I was in.
Okay, don't do that. Is that coming out of these funds?
I'm going to turn to Chief Sullivan, as well as Executive Director Spencer Taylor, if he wanted to answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I did not see that article, but we do pay for summer. We do pay for summer meals in the Promising Scholars program. We use this program. We use our employees of this program. We pay for that with Promising Scholars dollars.
So not these dollars?
We get money through this budget for.
Portion.
Yeah.
The majority of the meals will be reimbursed through the summer food service program through DHS.
Okay.
And those schools that are not area eligible for free and reduced meal benefits will be paid with using the Promising Scholars funds.
But it's for the students who are signed up for Promising Scholars. That
is correct.
population, okay.
And I will, now that I see it, I will point out that it does say summer feeding Promising Scholars with some amount of revenue coming in, as well as the DHS summer feeding program and the enriching scholars for Saturdays.
Any other questions or comments on the nutrition services? All right, we will move to the Strategic Investment Federal Programs and Grants Fund. Oh, okay, sorry, that's right, that up. I was going to do it at the end, but let's do it one at a time. Okay, I would accept a motion for you to approve the Nutritional Service Fund. Is there a
Motion to
motion?
approve the Nutrition Services Fund for 2024-25.
Motion from Ms. Mays, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Elrod. All in favor? It passes unanimously. Okay, now we'll move over to Strategic Planning Fund.
Thank you. We'll move then to nutrition, to Federal Programs and Grants Fund, the second document that you have. I'll move past the cover page, noting, as I typically do, that the federal fiscal year runs October 1 to September 30th, and so we have preliminary estimates, best estimates that we have at this particular point in time. We're projecting what will be spent and reimbursed from July of 24 to June of 25. And so we've got the listing of federal programs and grants. These are all flow-through funds where the district is awarded a particular grant, the funds are spent, and then reimbursement is requested based upon the grant guidelines. You can see the closeout of ESSER 3 at the top, the Tennessee Learning Loss Remediation and Student Acceleration Act grant. And then we have a number of federal programs and grants that flow through the Tennessee Department of Education, Title I, Title II, Title III, 4, and 9. We also have the IDEA grant, Individuals with Special Disabilities Education Act at $22.2 million, the Carl Perkins CTE grant at $1.5 million, and not going to read through all of these, but these are all of the anticipated grants that the district estimates we're going to receive, all totaling approximately $132 million. As we have in years past, we do include a contingency at the bottom in anticipation of any new or additional grant awards that we might receive during the year that are not known at this particular time. So happy to take any questions if anyone has any particular questions about the Federal Programs and Grants Fund.
Any questions? Ms. Block, Ms. O'Hara Block?
Just one question. Can you explain a little bit about how the Innovative School Models money is different from the Magnet School grants? What the two things go to support?
Chief Perry, I might have you chime in. The Innovative School Models is a state grant. The MSAP grant is a federal grant. ISM is mostly focused on career academy pathway CTE work, and MSAP grant is really focused on diversifying schools by way of innovation.
Any more questions or comments? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Moved by Ms. O'Hara Block. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Mays. All in favor? All right, passes unanimously. Thank you very much, Chief Henson. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
This meeting is adjourned.